Alright guys, today what I'm going to be doing is something I haven't done in a while. I know I'm probably going to suck at it again, but a lot of people have been asking me about my route for doing the Forsaken mission. I am really good at driving apparently, and I take very little damage. Right now I got 2 hours and 42 minutes worth of damage on my main fleet, which is the Rhinos, the Frosty, and the Aegis right now. I just hit 2 85s in a row, no damage before that. So average that out, that's an hour and 20 minutes each, which isn't bad. I mean, I would still be able to do an entire Forsaken mission set without any repair with that much. Earlier when my video failed horribly to record, I took 49 minutes total damage. In the comments I'll have the link to my build, and then you guys can look at it. If you like what you see, you can copy it. I don't really care. I'm using the Sea Serpents, the one with the gold star, so it's 24% evade. So obviously that's going to help out a lot. And just gotta find a target. Apologize for anything odd about the video. I tried recording on my computer and it was horrible, and it crashed my computer literally like 10 times. Every time that I tried to adjust the video or post it directly to YouTube without any editing, it erased what I changed and then my computer shut off. Oh my god. So in the beginning I always turn around and head to the north, or excuse me, southeast. Set my aegis out down a little bit so that it doesn't take any of the damage, because it's got very low, very low armor, because it's just a support ship for me. And of course there's an R5 strike cruiser, which means it's going to fire no matter how good of driving I do. Once they're done, I run up here really fast so that I can kill out this little island of turrets. And sometimes the V2s that are coming at me, sometimes they beach themselves and I can snipe them without having to kite them. But it looks like this is not one of those times, so I'll turn around again. If you start running away a little too early, just stop for a millisecond and then click in front of your fleet again so that it just obviously continues driving. You got about 3 or 4 range on them, I think, so you shouldn't have any issues. Whoops, that's going to be some damage, but there shouldn't be any real issues with sniping them. Once you get the hang of it, it's really not that difficult at all. But this looks like must be because I'm distracted, or it's lag. It's definitely lag. Cakeside's fault, not me. No way. Right? Is that what all the excuses these days are? So all the cannons that I don't kill with laser, you can snipe. It's not shooting me right now, but I'm shooting it. And then the little Wendy's, you just gotta drive through and kill them real fast. The sitting Kodiaks, you can snipe those as well. They got, I think, what, 96? Somewhere right around 96 range. So again, you got about three more than it's got. For the torpedoes, I always run the Frosty first because it has some inherent torpedo defense. And just murder that. I think there's a strike cruiser running around somewhere. It's coming at me. Inch yourself forward and you can snipe the Kodiak. Just gonna move my aegis out of the way. You can snipe the Serbs without the Wendy firing at you, and at the same time, don't forget about the Kodiaks. The biggest trick, I know a lot of people, for whatever reason, have very high difficulty trying to snipe stuff. The keyboard is a very useful thing. I mean, if you, in one battle, you should learn how to be able to do a lot of micromanagement to your fleet. Knowing what place on the toggles your ships are helps a lot too. Like, my aegis is in the 4th slot, which when I have the full fleet selected, I click the left arrow, and now that is the one selected. The full fleet to the right arrow is my flagship, which is the Frosty. Those are the 2 ships that are odd to the fleet, because obviously the other 3 are rhinos. So those are the ones that generally I need to control more, so it's always nice to have those in the quick select. If you're really good at pressing the numbers, go ahead and do the numbers. I think the keyboard's a lot easier when you know what ship is in what spot, but it's whatever your preference is. Going back to what I was beginning to say and got sidetracked, if you stop a little bit short of what you're planning to kill, all you have to do is either click forward or click the turret that you're trying to shoot, and then immediately press the down arrow, because what happens is you start to creep, you move forward just that millisecond, so you can move about 2, sometimes 3 range depending on how much lag you got, but you can creep forward and really save yourself a lot of damage, because you can snipe every cannon in this target. Don't have to take any damage from them. I don't know what your defenses are for cannons, but if you really wanted, you could just do reactive armor and be able to knock these 85s down with very little difficulty. I got heavy plate armor on my fleet, which without any retros is like 45% on all 3 main defenses, but I got it retroed, I think, to almost full, so it's like 54%, which obviously helps out a lot. Sometimes this ship on the bottom here, sometimes it's a Savage, sometimes it's a regular Kodiak. Depending on where you drive, it creeps itself forward, and if you're lucky, you can snipe it. Sometimes it jumps at you kind of quick, so you can't really run away in time, so it gets a couple shots off. But even then, like, your ships are going to shoot a lot faster, so you can really knock them down a lot quicker than they will get you. But always be ready to run away. Speed system helps out a lot. I was always an engine type guy, but once I put speed system 5 on these and my fusion cruisers, I won't go back. It's a couple miles per hour slower, but I really like the turn speed. It's a lot more useful than just forward speed. I got a lot of rank on these. I really utilize those reavers, but whatever rank you got, once you get past like the 5 stars, it really doesn't make too much of a difference, but every little bit helps, obviously, plus it's firing speed. But speed system obviously always comes with the evade as well. I think my Frosty has like 79 or 80% evade on it. Again, I sniped the Serbs and then was able to avoid the Wendy for as long as I could. hidden strike cruiser there. Gonna inch forward, and there we go, sniping. You can snipe this torpedo turret as well. Same driving pattern, except this one you don't have to beat yourself in order to snipe it. It takes about 2 minutes longer to kill an 85, I think, if you stop and kill the things that you can snipe. 2 minutes of extra gameplay versus, I don't know, 20, 30, 40 minutes worth of extra damage. Obviously, it makes a lot more sense to just snipe as much as you can. Now, once I get into the island, my fleet, I have a whole bunch of hailstorms, the anti-mortars, and my aegis actually has the new, whatever the new limited hailstorms are. So for me, I can sit under the mortars that they got in the island all day, besides the fact that I got ridiculous rank. But if you don't have very many hailstorms or anti-mortars of any kind, the biggest thing for you is to just target the Serbs and drive as quickly as you can. If you're not targeting the Serbs, try and target the mortars, because obviously if you can't outrun them, then they're going to cause damage, so you want to kill those quickly. And then the third priority target would be cannons, just because, again, it's a little bit of damage here and there, so you just want to kill them as quickly as possible. If you do have to drive, then I would still use the same route. Just stop for a millisecond at each target, and click between whatever target you're trying to kill. That's going to stop you. The Serbs, obviously, you need to kill those because it's high damage to the entire fleet rather than just singular damage like the cannons. So those are #1 priority. Cannon to snipe. Sometimes I get lucky and just laser the ships. Last one and I'm all done. Easy points. So 3 targets and I'm at, I still got just a hair more than 3/4 health, and I haven't even been driving perfectly this time. So whatever fleet you guys got, you can get it done. It's really not that difficult. I would definitely say that my route is the smoothest. Again, you can snipe all the ships. You can avoid as much of the torpedo damage as possible. It's no matter what ships you use, you're gonna have low resistance to the torpedoes. Evade is a huge help in any mission type target, even the older ones. If you can only hit the lower levels, that's fine too. Evade is a huge help. I know Puggy loves evade over resistances, so you can ask him about his builds. But with that, I got an hour and 10 minutes worth of damage. So good shit. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully I really help you guys out. Have fun.